Welcome back to Tamakoa Homestead, except today we're not on the homestead. We are at our urban spot, which is our base while we build up our homestead. If you've been around here before, you know that we have been having big issues when it comes to the house that we were looking to build, the tiny house, the long dream of a tiny A-frame cabin. That is no more. If you haven't seen that, go watch our previous video. I'll tag it for you where I explain what happened, some of the reasoning behind it. And this is the sequel to that video where I share my disappointment around no longer being able to build a tiny A-frame, but now moving into a tiny house. Even though it's not so tiny, it's a 6 meter wide by 4.8 meter long building. Today, what I want to do is show you the plans, because finally, after I think almost 8 months, the plans are now finished. What a mission this has been. So the plans are finished, I'm happy with them, everyone's happy with them, and they are now going through the final approval stages in the council, which means hopefully in a couple of weeks we'll get the thumbs up and I can start officially building the rest of the house. My aim is to have the house, at least the entire frame, roof, floor, everything, windows, doors, done by December, which is not too long away. So let's see if this is possible. But I hope you enjoy this. I hope you get some ideas, some inspiration. Also, I hope you enjoy some of the tools that I use, because it's really, really awesome visualizing what's been in my head all this time and not just seeing on a flat design. So let's head into the computer screen, make a transition from here to there, and have a look at what this tiny house is all about. So we start off at the very, very bottom, which is ultimately the foundation. We're going to be building it on the combination of Rika blocks and posts. All the outside perimeter posts will be in the ground, sunken the required 600 mil depth on the required 120 to 150 mil thick posts, H5 treated, all of that. And then the rest of the indoor, well, not indoor, in the inside of the frame is all going to be sitting on top of the Rika blocks. I've cleared that, that's absolutely fine. Then what we do is let's head over into the actual layout. So what we have is, like I said, a pretty straightforward house. If we have a look at this deck over here, on the complete left-hand side, which is the lean-to with the bath, the toilet, shower, basin, this is that full deck that has already been built. I need to get to the stairs next, which is hopefully next weekend I'll be able to get back and we can finish the stairs so we can get up onto the tiny house deck. But this is the full deck that has been done. Moving over into that, we've got now 2 bedrooms, where if we look at what we would have had with an A-frame, we would have had 1 bedroom and a tiny little loft up at the top. We now have 2 bedrooms, which are decent size. They're 2.5 by 2.9. So they're not huge, but you can fit a queen bed in that comfortably, which is really all you need. And then a living area and kitchen with stacking doors, windows, all of that, pretty straightforward. With then on the opposite side, we have another lean-to, which is basically a pergola with a roof on. So we're going to have the house in the middle, and then on each side, we're going to have 2 pergolas with the roofs on. And underneath that, obviously, we'll have the bathroom on the one side and an entertainment area on the other. With the remaining space opposite the dining area, we're going to have like couches, things like that. I want to have a cargo net going out to look over the mountain. I think that would be pretty cool. And then looking at the rest of the plan, this is just the full roof layout. We will have solar panels, obviously not 2, we'd have quite a bit more than that. And then if we look at how this all works, we'll have the building is right at the bottom over here. So if we look at our land, Some of these things you would have already seen, but we have now put a row of trees over there. We've got a row of trees all the way along the road. So that's where it fits in terms of the property. And for future plans that you know, our main house is going to be up at the top over here, which overlooks the valley further down. So right now the hill goes down and the tiny house is down at the bottom. And in future, our house will be up at the top on the corner. So it'll be situated like this. They can't see one another. It's going to be pretty cool. Now let's have a look at what the house is going to look like. So from the backside, so if we're at the top of the property looking downhill, this is what we're seeing over here with the 2 bedrooms. Each bedroom has a window, and then you can see the slanted roof. So the bottom of the roof is going to be where the bedrooms are, like this. The land is going like that, and the roof is like this. So that when the wind comes down, it'll go up the roof and over, as opposed to up and catch it, and then we're going to have big issues. And then pretty straightforward. We've got the entertainment area on the one side, and then the bathroom on the other. And then from the other views, you can see how it just kind of seamlessly all just links together. From the front, we're going to have one big stacking or sliding door. I'm not quite sure which one we'll do. We'll have a look and see prices and layouts. Stacking would be nice because it'll just naturally open up the entire tiny house into that deck area. But we'll see. We'll see how it all plays out. And then there where the bath is, that is where the tree is in the ground. And this is just a view from the other side. Some of the other things which you'll find on plans is just the roof angle, living area, bedroom, posts, things like that. And then here's a breakdown of what the compost toilet would, could, should be. I need to be building that within the next couple of weeks as well. So now that you've seen what the flat drawings look like, let's transition into a different tool, which is basically going to take that, and I did this myself, so it's something you can 100% do yourself as well. It's basically creating 3D versions of this. And then what I've done is also one of my previous videos where I planted that rows of trees outside the tiny house. I've put that in so that we can visualize what the tree canopy is going to look like, which I've got in my head, but I just can't portray to you. So that when you drive into the tiny house, the tree canopy, how amazing it's going to look. Okay, so what we have is, this tool is called planner5d.com. So if you want to build your own house or you want to see what's laid out, this is a free plan. Obviously there's paid ones, but the free plan I was able to do all of this with. So give it a go. So what we have is the exact layout that I showed you now, just with some furniture and things like that. So here's the house that I explained to you about. There's what would be our bedroom. That would be the kids, the 2 bedrooms, 2 beds over there, the outdoor bathroom over there, bath, and this is the tree that I planted in the deck. So that's another video. There's so many videos attached to this one. So this is the idea of the tree going over the bath one day with lights in it, all of that. Couch, TV, fireplace, stacking doors, all pretty straightforward stuff. If we zoom out a little bit, you'll see this is the 7 trees that I've planted with the one big one over here. We plan on having a small little grass patch in front as well. Now, this is where the magic happens. I'm going to flip over to 3D, and it takes a little bit of time to load, but the loading is so worth the wait. Okay, now what we have is a little bit more life to our drawings. So I can now zoom in, and if I go at eye level, you can start to better understand my thinking with these trees. So you can see that's going to be beautiful with the big one over here. And from the front, very, very simple. No windows on the side of the door, stacking doors. And then if we look on the inside, we flip it around, you can see the 2 windows on the outside. I didn't put the 2 pergolas on the side because I know what it's going to look like. But basically the bathroom over there, deck there, 2 windows. And there we can see how it is going to look. The idea is that I would have a floor to top window in the lounge that looks out that way. Yes, the bath is there, but I'm assuming the people that are there would be comfortable with one another or in costumes or whatever. The actual shower and toilet will be behind a closed area over here, so there will be full privacy. But at least you can sit in the lounge, look out of this window as you can see, and still see all of that beauty outside. Something else that I put in here, which I thought was quite a cool idea, is this window might not be correctly positioned or sized, but this is basically going to be a catering window that you can slide open, with the idea that if you're in the inside, you're the kitchen, I'm going to put a little counter or a little bar just below the window, which is basically a little serving counter. So from the kitchen, you just simply put the stuff outside, and then as you can see over here, we then have a little sofa over there and a little dining set there, which will then become a beautiful entertaining area. So I mean, that's it. That's the tiny house. That's the layout, but this 3D version gives you a really, really cool idea of exactly what we're planning, how it's being visualized, and hopefully this can become a reality. So I hope you enjoyed seeing the inner workings of our plans. It's not a very long video, but I hope you found it useful and informative. And if you've got any questions about the plans, the tools, the build, the anything, let me know in the comments below. I read and respond to every single comment. So if you have any questions about this or what we've done, let me know. I will definitely get back to you. Thank you for following me on this journey. I hope you appreciate this video and all the insights I'm providing. And until next time, happy homesteading.